Judd, first assessment from that, what do you think?
Wasn't a lot to love about it, Hazy. Typical internal, I guess. Like the boys have been having those kind of hit-outs pretty much since we got back from the Christmas break. So whether there's a bit of internal trial fatigue, there was some good signs from a couple of players, but all in all, it was really scrappy. Wasn't the way we've trained over the last month or so, so might be a good one just to move on from. And good thing, no real injuries besides Charlie's little hip niggle, but other than that, no injuries. Everyone got through, and we'll move on to next week.
Is it almost like good defence, a little bit of struggles in attack maybe that explains the kind of scoreline there? Not that you ever really look at it.
Yeah, the offence, it was a little bit of wind out here, but not enough to affect the skills like it did. I think we're a little indirect, like we've been encouraging some faster ball movement, being a little bit more attacking than we have the last couple of years. Didn't really see that today, but we will going forward.
What did you make of Jason first outing?
Jason was quiet. He was forward a lot. I'm not sure if that was intent with the rotations, but found himself forward for extended periods. He had a couple of nice moments, but Jason's credit, he's had a really good month on the track since his return from injury. Really, really good. Like, stood out on the track, so he wasn't the only one today. I thought the white mids pretty much dominated the black mids, and their hunt and their desperation was a lot stronger than the black mids. So he was part of that group, but yeah, we're going to need to be better as a team going forward.
You had some Rolls-Royce players in there. What is that? Is that a bit of a wake-up call for those black mids?
Yeah, well, Ollie, that's his first time he's been back for a long time, so you can understand he was a little underdone. Yeah, but the other ones, that sometimes happens in internals. Like the guys that are fighting for a spot come up against guys that might think their spot's guaranteed, and there's that desperation that the white showed that the blacks didn't. So Josh Carr will assess that heavily this week. But it wasn't just the mids, it was in general across the board.
Lockie Jones in there as well. Can we expect to see more of that?
Yeah, he's shown some really good signs in there over the last couple of weeks in pre-season. He's powerful, he needs to make better decisions with the ball, but he's something I think he could add a lot to our midfield going forward. So yeah, he'll be one you'll see in there a bit over the next couple of weeks, I would think.
Was it, did he take Zach Butters out? Is that why he was playing? Is that right?
I'm not sure who got Butsy, but Butsy, it was. He hits hard. He got Maury, one of the Maggie's contracted boys, in the last 5 minutes, and that looked like it really hurt. And Maury's very, very tough as well. So, no, we love the way Jonesy attacks the ball, especially on the ground.
Yes, it might change after today, but it seems quite settled at the moment in terms of positions and where people are playing. It looks like the only real thing's going to be the ruck battle now between Lightset and Teakle. A little bit of surprise there at Teakle getting the first grade.
Yeah, well, Teeks has been, I think Kari loves the way he jumps in at the centre bounce. He moves really well, gets up and down the ground well. We've seen what he can do when he goes forward, especially playing for the Maggies in those last couple of games last year. Scoot has had a bit of an interrupted pre-season, but that is definitely up in the air. There's still some spots in the forward line that are up in the air, and there's definitely a couple. I heard Bass and Kenny talking late. There's spots all over the ground, really. Hopefully by that Freo game we've got the best 22 that are available for that, or 23, and we'll go from there. But no, it's definitely not set.
Is that a worry that you feel like you're that far away from knowing your best 22? Or is that sort of part of the course?
No, I think it's good. I think it's great for competition. We're deeper than we have been, I think, in the past, which is great for competition. You'd like to think that kind of competition brings the most out of the guys that might think they're a bit more established than the others. But I've played in a lot of internals. They get harder as you get older. So we'll use that as a reason why it might not have been as pretty today. But the coaches are really confident in what we've seen over the last month. The boys have, and I'm not just saying it, they train at an outstanding level. Both the way they move the ball and how hard they are at each other and the footy. So really confident in what we've done. Looking forward to getting, like I said, get past this one and move on to next week.
Ratio looked pretty good.
Yeah, thought he moved really well. Another guy that's just so important with what we're doing. His ball use inside 50 is something we really need. And to team him up with Junior Rioli, who again was a little bit quieter today, but what he's done since he's been at the footy club has been outstanding. So they had some real polish, and really happy with what Orazio did. I think after missing a little bit of footy over the last couple of weeks.
Dante Vicentini looks like a pretty exciting prospect, especially in the first half. I mean, is 2023 too soon for maybe with AFL footy? Or?
Oh, who knows? He attacks the ball really well. He's got a strong presence about him. He's a beautiful set shot for goal, and he's pretty solid in the air. So he was outstanding for the Whites early in that first half, and that's why he got the promotion to the black team. He probably wished he stayed in the Whites, to be honest. But no, we love the way Big D goes about things.
You mentioned Charlie. What's he done?
I think he just landed awkwardly and his elbow just went into his rib. I think it's just one of those annoying rib cartilage injuries, but he'll get scans and we'll know more, but I don't think there's anything too major there.
About Junior, what do you make of him?
Junior, Rioli? Yeah, a little quieter today, but like I said, loved what he's provided over the pre-season. Some of the kicks he hits inside 50 is like nothing I've ever seen before. His vision and awareness is outstanding. And like I said, if you get him with Orazio, some of the ball movement inside 50 should be pretty exciting.
Zach just proportionally? Zach Butters just proportionally?
Yeah, I think he should be okay for this week.
Jack Cassini, I guess, he'll still probably be a little way off. You must be really happy with how he went from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, he was outstanding today. He's just making his way back from his knee reco. This time last year he was flying, and really, if he didn't get injured, he would have played a lot of AFL footy, I would think. So he would get real confidence out of today. His attack in the air was outstanding. Came third man in a number of times and used the ball well as well. So big tick for him.
And speaking of that ball use, Kane Farrell, the defender, is that trying to utilise his weapons and skills down there?
Yeah, we've got himself, Houston, Burton down there, and they have great weapons with ball in hand. Probably didn't see as much of it today as we would have liked. But that's why they're there, where we can get the ball in their hands and be a bit more attacking through the corridor, get the ball from one end to the other a bit quicker than what we did today. That's why they're there, and like I said, they have shown great signs in doing that over the last month in training.